he could tell that a story with a straight face, and the first credit card he got with his picture on it was a Bank of America credit card or something, Alaska Airlines. Anyway, it had his picture on it, and we were at a Rotary function in Canada, and this woman was really impressed that his credit card had a picture on it because she'd never seen one. And she said, "How did you get that?" And so he starts telling this story completely straight-faced, talking about how he'd sent in a hair sample and they took the DNA and were able to reproduce the picture on his credit card. And she totally believed it. And I kind of elbowed him, and her husband was looking at her like he couldn't believe that she believed it, and he sort of was embarrassed that he had told the story so straight-faced that she really believed it.
One time he was taking up some of the exchange students up to Canada and around. They did a trip, and someone said something about kilometers per hour, and Bill said, "Oh yeah, well they also have metric time too," because they what? Well, when they adopted the metric system, everything works so well that they decided to have metric time also. And the kid's like, yeah. And Bill said he kept going on with, it's deca hours. There are actually 10 in a day, and so you have to divide by 2.4 and da-da-da-da. Explaining all this and why it was so much more wonderful for the scientists, because instead of having to make 30 as half of a minute, you had 50, deca minutes and deca hours, and this kid started believing him. And Bill being Bill, he could go on and use his knowledge of engineering terms and scientific terms just to make you think he knew what he was talking about. And of course he had done this to this kid, and the problem with that is this poor kid probably believed it, and he probably eventually figured it out, but Bill was like, I didn't know what to say or do. And when you step back from that, you realize that Bill wasn't trying to make a fool out of anyone when he did this, but if he ever fessed up to it, he would have to admit that, yeah, you're pretty gullible to believe this, aren't you?